All right, guys. Good morning. We are nice and early, and I think we need to get the first thing out of the way. Happy Mother's Day. It
All
is.
right. Happy Mother's Day to
We are.
everybody out there.
Yeah, to everyone. We are up bright and early so that we can record this, and then I know I have stuff I need to go do with getting downstairs. Got some flowers, got the gifts. I got to start working on breakfast. So, I don't know what y'all are doing, but happy Mother's Day to our amazing wives that support us through this dumb endeavor that we've gone on.
I think the podcasting is fine. It's like when we try to go out and shoot all the content that just sucked time and chaos assumed.
Yeah, the podcast is pretty easy, especially now that we do it in the mornings before everyone even wakes up.
Yeah. I mean, it was fun with the girls play with us, but then try to go back and edit and do all that hot mess. I'm sure.
Hmm. It becomes a
Uh,
lot.
Although we do need to do like a big scramble or something with our wives or do the wives as caddies. We still haven't done any of that stuff yet.
Yeah, I got to get Marcus on this side of town to do that.
Yeah.
That's
Leave
that's
the
step
kids with
one.
somebody.
Yeah, or meet in the middle.
Yeah, the problem is finding a course that will let you take three carts and play a little bit slower because you're doing stuff like that. Like that's the
Yeah.
biggest. That's what Jason and I ran into is like there's only so many places you can go that you can play some of these little gimmicky style games.
We'll just
Yeah.
we'll just say that Bryson's gonna meet us up later.
Okay. I
And then when he
mean,
doesn't show up, I mean, we're already halfway done anyway.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
he's just
Bryson's
running late.
He's running a
yeah.
little late.
Well, hey, with the way things are going, he may not show up late considering he may just dump pro golf and stick with YouTube.
Yeah, I assume you saw that little
Yeah.
quote from him. Yeah, yeah. That's interesting for sure. Like that was I don't know. I read that and I was like, dude, what? Like, okay, I guess this is what we're doing. Like, you're just gonna go full on content creator.
I guess so. Rom said he's not even returning to the full tour. He's doing what, DP? Like a lot of guys are opting to go DP. He paid his fines and moving on that direction.
Yeah, I don't. Well, the tour only gave three guys an option to come back. So I mean, and technically that option closed, like because they
It
only
did.
gave them to the beginning of the season or whatever it was. So I'm sure that they'll say something else or give another way back. It'll probably be more penalizing than when Brooks did it because that wouldn't be fair to Brooks. But I do think, I don't know. I think Rom seems a little checked out of golf,
Hmm.
I think he's been listening to Sergio a little too much.
dude. We really didn't talk much about it, but Sergio's little temper tantrum on
Yeah.
that's ridiculous. Like we can't
Yeah.
be doing that.
Yeah. And then he says, I respect the game. I respect that. And it's just like, wait, what are you doing? Like,
There's no respect there. Not when you're throwing temper tantrums like that.
no,
Not
not
even
at
me.
all.
Yeah, I can't tell you the last time I like hit the ground forcibly or threw a club. Like maybe the most I'll do is chuck a golf ball. Like after it's just been a few really bad and there's water there, I'll throw my golf ball into it.
That's
But
satisfying though.
that's like that's probably the most I do, and even that's pretty rare. And usually that's like the ball needed to be retired anyways. I've just been hanging on to it too long. It's all scuffed up, and I'm like,
That's why it
whatever,
didn't. That's why it hasn't played well because the ball had a few scuffs. It's not spinning right for him.
Yeah, it's never me.
dude. Okay, so speaking of spinning right, I got out and played this
Yeah.
week, and that it was kind of a last minute thing. Colin texted me, and I was like, you know what? Why not? Let's go. Um, so I got out and played my first logged round since Marcus and I played January 2nd.
And
Dang. Yeah, how we
So
do.
that was
and
so it rained, so car path only, and no warm up because the range was closed. So my first swing in 2 months or 7 weeks, because the last time I touched my clubs was when I played with Marcus at the Scramble. which was what, March 27th ish.
I like how
So,
he's building all this backstory. Just
um,
what happened in the first swing?
so first swing, I made contact with the face. Not dead center. It was very high and off the toe. I think the ball went about 300 yards in the air and maybe 200 yards, but it went straight. That's the good
Counting.
thing.
Yeah.
And we played. It's a par 5 to start with, so it's like, okay,
Easy.
whatever, no big deal. I'm in the fairway. My second shot, I had a 7 wood, and I'm just gonna say I hit a lot more ground than I hit ball.
We've all been there.
So
Still there.
I advanced the ball maybe 70 yards. So I have a pretty long way in, and I
All
grabbed the
this
same
sounds
club.
normal, by the way, to me.
I like that. Also, it's normal.
Yeah.
So then I grabbed the same club, and this time I actually made really good contact with the ball. Pulled it left. Chip was bad. Whatever. Ended up with a double bogey on hole 1. So starting off real strong. Hole 2 actually made good contact with the driver. And then I just completely laid the sod over an approach shot. So there's that. Got on the green, bogey. And then the remaining 16 holes, I finished in 1 over.
Oh, well, there you go.
So you just needed a warm up.
Yeah.
So well, it was funny because my buddy that also went with us, like, he's just uber competitive, and he was like, dude, when I texted him about potentially coming, he was like, hey, dude, like, you're screwed if I get my wedge in. I was like, dude, there's no game between us. I'm telling you that right now. Like, I'll be shocked if I break 90. Then he gets the wedge in the mail. He like texts me a picture. I was like, oh, dude, you're effed. Like, yeah. And I said, again, I will be shocked if I break 90. So, like, if you're holding yourself to that standard, probably not something to be trash talking about. But no, I was thoroughly happy. Hole 4, I piped my driver. 6, I piped my driver. Like, I was hitting my driver dead straight after that. After I got the impact issue, my irons are actually my worst part, which was a little shocking. But we've talked on here so many times that I've need new wedges, and I was like hitting these low little check spinners all day, and I don't know where it came from. Like, there are a few that, like, it would hit in one hop and just stop. And I asked Colin, I was like, dude, do you think this is because the rain? Do you think it's because it's a little soft? And he was like, no, dude, these are pretty firm. Like, you're hitting good little check spinners. So I was like, oh, never actually done that. Like, there's one hole specifically on hole 17. It's a par 5, and I was like 30 yards off the green. It's like, cool, great. I'm gonna throw this up or I'm gonna run this up, thinking that I'll be able to. And, like, I don't know, somewhere between halfway, so 15 yards, it hit, thinking that I was gonna run up, and it just stopped on the green. I have this 45-foot putt for birdie. I was like, what the
Yeah.
hell? Like, why is that not running?
I hate that. It's like, you go through this and it's like, like you said, we normally don't hit these one-stop check spinners. We hit, they check a little, then they release. And all of a sudden we go through a couple rounds or a couple holes. It's like, what the heck? And then, like you said, we're 45, 50 feet from a putt. And you're just like, this is ridiculous. So
Yeah,
we need to know how to do it more on purpose.
yeah, exactly. I will tell you one thing. My putting it was the Alex of old putting. I dropped three or four birdies, can't remember. And 2 of them were outside of 20 feet. One was outside of 10 feet. Like, my green reading was good. My lines were good. My pace was good. Like, I was putting like I did when I was truly playing to a +1 handicap.
It's good though. I think it kind of hits on a point too, because you were out, let's call it 2 months, out 2 months, but it may not be something you were thinking about or processing, but I believe that because you played Westridge, there's a comfort level and a confidence level, you knowing the facility well,
Mhm.
that helps get you kind of back in a groove, feeling good about what you can do. Because if you were in a new complex, who knows what would have happened? Because you're very familiar with how Westridge sets up, which is a huge advantage. So that's good. It helps kind of make you feel that understanding of like, I could play this game still, even if with a layoff, just still got to work on a few mechanical things, but you can manage your way around the course and still shoot well.
Yeah, knowing the course definitely helps. And I will say, like, legitimately, my driving was I didn't need to use the width of the course. Like, I was glad we were going there. And honestly, when Colin texted me and he sent me a few different options, I chose Westridge because it was Twin Creeks or this or that. And I was like, I don't want to go to a tree lined course. Like, I don't know how I'm gonna play. So I don't know if I want to do that. I want to go like it's $10 more and it's closer to my house. Let's go here. Um, and a lot of that was intentional because I was like, okay, like I can use the width of and forgiveness of the course to my advantage since I haven't played. But like no joke, my drives were staying straight. I lost one ball all day. And it was the par 5 11. And honestly, it's just because I hit it. I didn't even hit it bad. I hit it straight, like dead straight. It just didn't. I'd been playing little 10, 15 yard fades, and I took it right down the creek playing and thinking it was going to fade, and it just never did. But cool thing about that is I dropped where the ball kind of went out. I was 300 yards out, mini driver off the deck on a par 5, and I put it to 10 feet.
Sounds like a
Like,
problem.
so there's, yeah. Well, it's funny. So there's that. I think so. There's the course. I completely agree with Jason. There's just a comfort level. Like I know the course. I know what I can get away with. I know what I can't get away with there. So I think that definitely makes you a little more comfortable on your like shot selection, your club selection. But I also think like I haven't been putting in the work. So I think a little bit of time off helps maybe lose some of the bad habits because what is fresh in my mind is what I've been working on with Ben. So recency bias, like even though I haven't been practicing, like that's the most recent like things rolling in my head. So I'm intentionally working on those versus the bad habits that you pick up that you aren't really thinking about. Um, but when you're playing as much as I used to, you are thinking about the bad habits a lot because you're like, "Oh, I keep doing this. I need to fix that. And it's
Mhm.
hard. Now it's like I can't even remember. I couldn't tell you what my bad tendency was from 2 months ago. I
It's
don't
been so
know.
long you forgot.
Yeah. So it's like I was just focusing on, and I was a little swipey on my irons. And Colin was like, "Yeah, I just need to work on making sure you're getting through, no chicken wing." Okay, so we do that, and I started hitting my irons better. Um, so there's a couple things there, for sure. As far as the confidence of the course and taking time off. I think the third thing is like I just have zero expectations. Like I went in truly, I wasn't just texting to like set the bar high that like or give me an excuse like, oh, he hasn't played. He's already making an excuse that he hasn't played, and this is why. For me, it's like, no, like I was legitimately going to be happy if I broke 90, thinking the last time I took this much time off, I couldn't hit a ball center face. It was when Bella was born, and I literally was shanking every single shot. I think I shanked like 12 in a row playing El Dorado after I had Bella. Like it was a miserable round. This time I was like, whatever. Like whatever happens, happens. And I'm just here. We're going to have a couple beers and we're going to enjoy the round. And like, I just didn't care.
No, I mean, I think you alluded to it last week or a couple weeks ago. Just your drive for golf has shifted, so you're taking it more like almost kind of like me or Marcus, just like we're have a good time, and we're not being ultra competitive even with ourselves, and so that frees up your mind a little bit more to just enjoy it, and you're more relaxed, and that changes things. Like people don't understand how much that changes everything in your just. It's so small or so subtle. It's like not a big physical or mental block. It's just it changes just how you approach how you're stepping into it, and could have a much better round.
Yeah, completely agree. I think it does really change it. And I was talking to Chad about that. The one of my other buddies that went, I'm like, I just don't like. You can sit and talk trash all you want, like you're not going to get it out of me because I don't care how this round ends. And the only thing Colin and I ever do on our rounds is a post round beer. That's like usually our just stock bet. So it's like, $5 on the line. So what? Uh, so yeah, I was just went in with no expectations and ended up beating Colin decently handily. I mean, we're the same. If you look at our handicaps, we're quite a bit different because I think he's a 5, but I'm probably playing closer to a 2 or 3 right now, which tracks. I shot a, 76. And I don't know. But he's always been more consistent. More, I think I have a higher, trying to think top end, but not top end, low end because scoring is lower. Like I
Mhm,
definitely can get more birdies than him. Then I can go on more streaks. And I can hit the ball farther. But
mhm.
he is Mister Consistent. Like he's when him and I were playing as much as we used to, because we used to play together every Friday when I was in between jobs, and he would consistently be, between 72 and 78. Like he was always kind of in that window. Whereas like I might go out and shoot 70, but I also might go out and put it up in 82. So my window
Mm.
of volatility was so much more than his. But now he did not have a good front nine. I think he shot a 43 on the front.
Ooh,
He shot a
that's actually high for him.
30, he shot a 38 on the back. So I think I only beat him by one on the back. Yeah, it was yeah, I don't know. It was high for him. He was struggling a little bit. His putting was struggling for sure.
Hmm, that's interesting.
His short game
Usually his
wasn't as
short
good.
game is usually the strongest point.
No, it wasn't great, but him and I are now going to hold each other accountable for practice and workout. And we said every Tuesday, we're account buddies now, is what he called it. Which seemed a little weird saying that while drinking a beer with our matching mustaches at the bar.
Yeah.
Um, but every Tuesday we're gonna wake up and go to IGP and work out together and then play golf, whether it's like play a quick 9 holes or do like a performance center. And we're gonna do like a competition. And we haven't decided what like the end of, so say we do it for a full year, we have 52 weeks, the winner of 52, whatever, what do you get? I mean, I have to
Hmm.
figure that part out. I was just
Well,
gonna
that's
say like,
good.
let's just do like a round of golf, like winner
Mhm.
plays for a round of golf, right?
I like that.
Yeah,
Keep
the
a
stakes need to be a little bit up there just because if it's going to be a year-long challenge. But that's good that both of you guys are getting into something here. You'll keeping yourselves accountable. Is he struggling too, like lately, or he's just been super busy, or he just hasn't had the time?
I think it's a combination of all the above. I mean, he's definitely super busy between his job. His girlfriend she's in school and she's older. She's going back to school to get her something in medical, an advanced degree in medical. So she's getting that. Um, but she doesn't live. I think she lives about 45 minutes away. So I know like the weekends he hasn't been playing as much because he's either
Hmm.
out there or she's coming over here. And then obviously he works on Saturdays typically. So that's always tough unless he can get out last minute. So I think for him, it's more just less playing outdoors and he does a lot of indoor type stuff.
Mm.
So I don't know. Then I was telling him I need to work out more, like not just practice, but actually work out with my back issues. So that's where it came up. He was like, well, I'll have Seth build us a workout plan to strengthen, posterior chain and core. Let's go to the gym together at IGP and then we'll go hit balls right after. So sounds great.
Done.
Win win. Maybe I'll get my golf practice and I don't go, 8 weeks from playing round to round, or at least touching my clubs, I should say.
I mean, or even the gym, the workout. Yeah, I think you'll notice a big improvement there, just because you said that you normally don't? Is that
Yeah, I haven't been to the gym. I mean, it's a time issue, and even I'm just gonna. The good thing is, um, sports are winding down. I was actually talking to Jason about this, Jason and Shelby, about this on Thursday. Um, I was talking to them about some senior portrait stuff 'cause I did my first like legitimate senior portrait session. So I was kind of getting some pointers from them. But anyway, Shelby and I were kind of talking afterwards, and it was, when's your down period? And I was like, well, I'm about to enter the down period on the sports photography and rodeo side because rodeo at Cowtown is every week, but that's a once a month commitment, not a huge deal. Um, the harder part is like all the sporadic sports, the baseballs, lacrosse, like that's all. I mean, I can have 2 to 3 events in a week, or I can have zero.
Mhm.
Um, and then I have one other client that's a once a month obligation. So I'm about to enter that slow period, which is nice, which means I can kind of get into a little bit better routine of the other stuff because that's where it's
Mhm.
hard. It's like I have 3 events. I go shoot the event. I really need to try to do a 24-hour turnaround so I don't let my projects build up. But then I'm up till 1, 2 in the morning. It's really hard to wake up at 3 or 4 to go work out when you're staying up that late. So now I'll be able to get a little bit on a normal. Like I know Mondays, I don't have anything going on. Granted, Grayson has a baseball game this Monday. It's last one, but after that, like I'll be able to go to bed at 9, 10, and wake up at 4 and go work out on Tuesday
Mhm.
morning. We're calling.
Yeah. Yeah,
Gosh, I remember those days.
that's even a struggle for me, is, like, trying to get your sleep in, which I guess it's one of those things that you realize later in life because when you're young, you just wanna go work out and stay up all night and do this, but, I mean, the rest part of it is pretty big, especially, now that we're in our 30s and plus, but, it's just getting the rest to actually build the strength and the muscle, that
Yeah,
used to be just kinda automatic
it,
before.
it's hard, and it's just funny, and I think that's why we made this good podcast, right? Is to have the conversations that I think everyone is kind of feeling. I was texting with another rodeo photographer that's kind of been helping me navigate the politics of the rodeo photography world because that's actually a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
She just got her pro card, and then her husband just got into it, so she's kind of also helping him get through it as well. So I met them. So I text with them and kind of get their opinions. And it was, she was even saying like, because they run a, a masonry construction company as well. Like they have a
Mm,
company together, a small residential, but I mean they do a decent amount of work from what he was telling me, and um, so they have that going on. So I was like, the other day I was getting a text about like doing reels and stuff on Instagram because it's like you want to drive up your profile, you got to do more reels because
Mm,
Instagram is pushing reels. I was like, I just don't have time. It's the same thing with Scrambling Dads. Like I did not have time to sit and put together a reel and put it because it's like you have to get the content, then you have to sit down, you have to
mhm,
actually do it, and it's hard to do on your phone. As much as people say, oh, you can use your phone for social media, to do reels, especially like the image reels that flip through images and all the stuff on the beats. Okay, you got to find a song, you got to put beat markers to it. Then you have to find your clips and you got to structure the clips properly, find your transitions. And yeah, if you get good at it, you might be able to do it in 10 minutes. Awesome. But it's still sitting there on a computer, finding the content. Like I just don't have the I don't have the time to want to deal with that. And
no, same.
I was like, when do you sleep? It was like the response I got back was, what's this thing called sleep? Like I just don't. I was like, that
yeah.
tracks. Like you have a job and you're a creative on the side and you don't sleep, just like
Yeah.
freaking rest of us. So when
No,
do you have time to do
I've been
anything?
working on my sleep. That's what I've been doing for the last 6 months. I haven't been to the gym since December. Just I've done push-ups here and there, crunches, planks, stuff at the house. But yeah, like I even like are at weddings and stuff like that. It's like Shelby's got a full bow. Our April was insane. And with weddings plus her baby sessions and mini family sessions, she's cranking out a lot. in the evening, I got miles, and then when I put miles down, I literally just give myself like 45 minutes. I don't care how far I get on editing, but it's been like every night, 45 minutes, maybe an hour. I'm like, right, it's 8:30. I'm winding down. I'm shutting it down. Like I don't care where I'm at. And so in a way, it helped keep that part of it in line. But then, yeah, by the time I get cleaned up, go to bed, do some just miscellaneous stuff, it's still like 9:30, 10, and I'm just like exhausted. And the 4 a.m. gyms that I used to do for the last like 8 years is non-existent. So hopefully this summer I can kind of build up a routine. But Miles is just also sucking up more of our energy and time.
Mhm.
Like it's just I'm gonna have to
No,
sacrifice it because
it just gets worse as they get
it
older.
does. It just he's been having sleep regressions over the last month, like just fits, waking up early,
Yeah.
staying up in the middle of the night. And so it's like, okay, just gotta toss everything out the window.
Yeah, it's certainly tough once you get to they get they get older, it gets a little bit easy. Like there's times like Bella, she'll wake up now, she'll grab she knows where like the breakfast type snacks are, the Fig Newton bars or stuff like that, that like we're okay
Mhm.
with you eating before we wake up if you want. Otherwise, she'll grab like gummies or stuff that she doesn't need to be eating. Like the other day, I woke up, she was eating tortilla chips on the couch. I was like, Belle, like, no, we can't eat tortilla chips for breakfast. Like,
It's like,
these are,
Dad, it's migas in a bag.
you
Yeah.
can, yeah, you know where the cuties are. You know where the healthy breakfast, protein bars are. Like, go grab that stuff.
Yeah, but those
Anyways,
aren't good.
but
Chips
she's
are
at the,
sound so much better.
I know, she's at the age that she'll wake up and just like grab her tablet, grab a snack to eat, and she'll sit on the couch. And it's like, this is so nice.
Yeah.
Like, because we're out of that, like, you have to wake up when they wake up phase. And we still do. I'm usually awake. Like yesterday when she woke up, I was already awake. I was just in the bathroom. Um, but it's just so nice. Like she'll just wake up and she's there. And then they get harder because they get into sports and you're constantly running around and dealing with that. So it's like the
Yeah.
ebb and flow of the kids is tough.
I don't gosh, I don't think I got solid that solid routine didn't build until I think Maddie and Pay were late elementary, middle school. I think that's the
That's where we're at. Trip's going into middle school. Grayson's fourth, and Bella will be
so
kindergarten
yeah.
next year.
I need to figure out like whatever my process is going to be over the summer. Well, the summer would obviously be easier, but getting into next school year, definitely need to find something or find a new routine if it can
Yeah.
work.
Well, Marcus, I was telling Jason yesterday, day before, I'm concerned about my fall. Um, so we keep it kind of vague just because I don't know how much is they're keeping under wraps, but there's a potential that I can slide in as far as a photography contract with some school sports. And I have a call on Monday, so tomorrow actually. So wish me luck there about
Mhm.
that. If that goes forward, I mean that could be a decent gig, um, and a relatively time consuming one.
Mhm.
So between those sports, my kids baseball, and luckily lacrosse is slow. All it is practice. In the fall, there's no games. They have two tournaments that they play at the back end near Thanksgiving. But other than that, so like I don't have to worry as much about that other than getting him to practice. I don't. It's not something I'm missing. But between baseball and everything else going on, and that, and like I told y'all a few weeks ago, the professional lacrosse league reached out to me to do two events for them in the fall, and then I'm supposed to have that golf trip in October. Um, I'm a little worried that my fall has the potential to pop off more than I thought or more than
Hmm.
I was bargaining for, and I'm gonna have to figure something out.
It's it's kind of a good problem because of the goals that you want for the company, but at the same time, right, we've talked about it too. Like some stuff has to give. So like right now, my gym time, trying to get healthier as far as that side has taken a back seat. We know golf for all of us is taking a back seat, and we're just trying to pick up the pieces as we go. But yeah, It's like our April was insane. It's a good problem because it's like, we like money, we like being a little more comfortable, like be able to pay bills or just be able to relax a little, but there's always going to be a sacrifice. And just kind of
Mhm.
where do you want to position it? It's going to be
Mhm.
an internal struggle, it's going to be a family struggle. Where do you go?
Yeah, and it's I don't know, here recently, it's kinda all that work-life balance, even, personal work at someone that, um I think you had golf with him, my manager. I mean, he's pretty big on the work-life balance. Like, he'll call me, like, at 4:45, and he's like, "Hey, I already know it's 4, but," I said, "You just need to keep this on your mind for tomorrow morning." It's like, "Okay, got it." So he's pretty good about just kinda keeping those, um, you know, straight lines unless it's, like, something super important, which most of the time, I mean, it could probably wait, but just having, um, those clear defined lines from, uh, just your work life. It's pretty good. That allows you to do, a lot of personal things. And I mean, good problem to have for you though, for the fall.
Well, I don't want to count my chickens. It's a great potential problem,
Yeah, yeah.
and it could lead to a lot more, and it'll probably accelerate a lot of decisions within the company that will have to be made. But yeah, it's a
Yeah.
great opportunity. It's an amazing opportunity,
Yeah.
and it's a good for sure a good problem to have. And Casey and I talked, and the minute I told her what was going on, she knows it's a big deal.
Hmm.
Um, as far as what it can mean for the companies. And I don't, this is something Shelby J said I kind of talked about on Friday. Is like I don't know that I have a true vision for what Bobby Verde becomes. Kind of just we've said this since Christmas of last year. We're just rolling with the punches and the opportunities that come and see what
Hmm.
happens.
Started as a podcast. Still trying to do
Yes.
our little YouTube content when we can, to now becoming a separate photography sports media entity.
Yeah, yeah, that's just how it works. Yeah, summer's coming up. We got to start thinking about what our summer slate of content will be.
Well, we have a few things that we still got to get caught up with. And then I don't know, like, as far as I know what we want to do, I think we just like said it before, just get our bodies in a good spot and then grind for like 2 days straight of just video. And then we're off for content stuff for like 2 weeks or whatever it
Yeah,
is. Just, I think time, and then to make it easier on the families, like, hey, they know we're going out for 2 full days or even local, just playing 2 rounds each day.
I was
Or
gonna say you can get 54 holes in a weekend pretty easily, just back
yeah,
to back rounds, and then play one more on Sunday.
yeah, back rounds or even 2 rounds and then like a 9 holer just the next day or that late afternoon just
Yeah,
to cap it off. Yeah, because I was noticing I actually haven't watched a lot of YouTube golf in a while. So now that we're in some downtime with school and things, just sitting there babysitting, like turned on a couple, I was like, okay. And now I'm noticing that they've their videos have now piggybacked, like we've talked about. They shoot and then they play another course or another game on that same day. And then they just keep recording, but it's on one person's channel, then it's on another person's channel. And so it's kind of things like that that we'll need to look into.
the amount of collaborations out there because like I don't watch near as much YouTube as I used to either. Uh, excuse me. And it's like you always see at the bottom it's two names because
Hmm.
Hmm.
it's 2 to 3 names. I guess there's so many. Brian Bros are playing with 4 players. They're playing with Grant. Grant's playing with Micah or this person. Like they're all just building each other up and working with each other. And Jason's point, doing 9 holes here, 9 holes there, or and you don't see a lot of full rounds lately. A little less full rounds. It's been a lot more little 9 hole
Hmm.
things.
Yeah. Or it's like, hey, we played nine on his channel, then nine on his channel.
Yeah, yeah, it's interesting for sure. But I haven't watched near as much, so we'll put that on Jason's once he gets off of school list to go just research small content
Yeah.
creators that live near us that we can collaborate with.
Maybe
Yeah.
we can get Miles do a little market research. and tells
Yeah,
us what he's been watching.
Miles.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What do you like?
Yeah. Cars. Okay.
Cars.
Cars.
Got it.
Okay.
All right. Hit ball
doesn't
with
help
cars.
us.
Got it.
Yeah, so you gotta go find us some people to collaborate with. Do a little
Oh
3v3
man.
against
Well, if Bryson's available, he might be.
Bryson. Hey, Bryson, come play us. Us three versus you.
And we get 10 strokes.
Or we can put this rodeo and golf together. I say we put we call it the cup of fire. So we put like the ring of fire. There's a
Yeah.
12-foot mat where you have to putt it before the bull gets you. So you got 12 feet, and if you make it on the first one, you can run out. But if you don't, then you gotta get back in there and stay until you finish out
So
your
is
putt.
Literally, it's a scramble.
so is
Yeah.
winner the first one to finish and get out of the arena, or is winner the person that stays on the putting green longest?
The longest.
No, winner is first one to get it in the hole, get your ball, and run out of the arena.
Well, okay. Well, you could do first one get in the hole by time, and first one get in the hole by fewer strokes, because someone can go like tap tap tap, be done in 30 seconds, and someone can one putt it, but it took like 2 minutes because they took 2 minutes in less putts.
I don't know. There's something there.
We it's funny. Like you start like getting into something, and I just have that kind of mind that like I just want to learn a lot, like learn all the time. Um, I ended up watching PBR last night because they're running in Fort Worth right now, in the World Finals, and I was like, I'm gonna watch this. I watched it for like 3 hours last night just because I was like, this is it. Once you start to like learn how they scored and everything, it starts becoming entertaining, and then you're starting to think about all the stuff, and then you kind of get somewhat emotionally invested because some of the bulls there I've taken pictures of at Cowtown, and Bucktown, and then some of the riders there. It's like one of the riders got on. I was like, oh, I know him. Like I've talked to him, whatever. I see him a lot at Bucktown. And you start to kind of have a relationship with some of these guys. So it's like, oh, this is kind of fun to watch.
Yeah. I
There you
was
go.
I was almost thinking I was going to get into this new fishing hobby, but luckily I didn't. The bug
You're,
didn't bite
you're
me.
not allowed a new hobby.
Well, that's what I said while I was on the boat, and then people kept saying, "Just buy the boat, and then everything else will happen." I was like, "No, I think that's the most expensive part." Like, I'm not.
So what you're saying is you bought a boat?
No, no. I've gotten so many ads for boats, though. I'll tell you that.
If we had to put live betting odds on how long before you buy a boat, like, or is it over under a year?
I think the odds before COVID were pretty, I guess, low. Like we were pretty close to it, just for like just family stuff because we live right by the lake, and so. But now, I'd say the odds are pretty high. I don't think it's going to be within a year or 2 years.
Do you have a lake near you? Because you just moved, so I assume you don't have a
No.
lake.
So yeah, exactly. So it'd be either like Granbury or I guess Lake Whitney down there is probably the closest
Mhm.
ones to actually have good boating and all that. But I don't know. It was fun though. I never caught a fish before in my life, and uh,
Really?
yeah, the first time. I didn't know what I was doing. I don't know. I guess you just got to know where your fishing spots are.
There you go.
Yeah, and like what time of day and the type of lure you're using, and it's a lot.
Yeah, we used live bait, so they were, I guess, still swimming around. So whatever that means.
I didn't realize that you were. I didn't realize that you were that far down there. Sorry, I'm looking at a
Yeah,
map
yeah,
because you said lakes. I
Where
mean
are you at? Like,
Benbrook is near you too.
yeah. Benbrook. Yeah,
so you're
over in
south of Fort Worth?
yeah, over in Burleson.
I did not realize that
Okay.
Burleson was that far down there.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like it just because as soon as you come down 35, it's like 10 miles, but it's like 10 minutes. I mean, it's a quick 10 minutes down. Once you get past, I everything at I-20. Um, so it doesn't feel that far. Like, last night we did, um, we celebrated Mother's Day. Uh, so like having dinner and all that, and we went up, into Fort Worth, and it was like 20 minutes from us. So it's not too bad.
Yeah. Yeah, I was looking in relation because on Wednesday I'm going out to that rodeo. It's looking in relation to
Canyon
that
Oh,
Creek or
to
something?
Weatherford or
Stephenville.
Steven
Stephenville?
oh, yeah.
I usually go through Weatherford and I take I-20
Yeah.
and then catch 281 down to but yeah, I didn't realize it was that far down there.
Dang, Stephenville, that's a haul for a Wednesday night.
Well, yeah, and I might have a gig on Thursday night in Forney.
Oh, dang.
So I might have back-to-back nights that I'm working.
No way. No, thank you.
Yeah, it's
I mean, I've done back-to-back weddings, but they're local. They're right here, but driving around that much after a full day of work, nope.
yeah, it's tough. Dude, I will say the only other thing I was just looking at my phone because I wanted to see if that person responded to me about Thursday. I hit, PV hit a milestone on one of our posts, got more than 1,000 likes, not even just views. Like it's at like
Oh,
1,200.
cool.
It's like that's actually pretty cool. That's like I do the social side just to like network. I don't really like a photographer's not going to go. It's not an influencer thing, right? So I don't really ever pay attention to the likes other than I just see
Yeah.
it pop up on my phone. But I opened it the other day and I was like, oh, damn, that,
There
that
you
post
go.
popped up. That post popped off for some reason.
Nice.
Yeah, it's funny how certain posts just take off and others is just sit there and it's like and you
Mhm.
yourself you're like, wow, I know I
Yeah.
did something good or I put some time into it and then it got no traction.
That's why I just don't care about that game. Like I said, I do it solely for like networking and advertising. Like I don't treat it like it's more like how can I get a hold of another client or get exposure without sending my portfolio.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
So like I post stuff and I generally don't look or care about it after that. Like just move on. And that's why I don't want to put the effort in reels, like because I'm not a social media person. Like I don't want to
Gosh.
learn the algorithm. I don't want to learn when
No.
to post, the proper time to post, what day to post, the hashtags you should use. Like I don't care about that. I think that's why like I tried to care when it came to scrambling dads and it was so hard to get me to do it because I really just didn't have a passion for it. And I was just doing it to try it. And I don't have a passion to sit and create a reel and to like, no, I will post a picture and tag people and move on. And that's what I'm going to do.
Gosh, I mean, what we joke about it, like we're probably the highest handicap that you could ever have for social media. It took me like 2 hours one time to create something last year. And then it's like you still have to have all the content to actually create the reel.
Yeah.
And it's like we don't have enough content. And I get B-roll. I'm like, I'm trying to play a game still and B-roll this and take photos. I'm like,
It
no,
becomes work.
it
Like,
does.
and we've said that's the goal of, the PV stuff at some point, like we get enough money there that we can go hire a videographer and an editor. So we can just go play and they can just follow us around like we're, actually someone big.
Yeah, I mean, that's literally how it is you pay them to take the content and then put it all together. Like,
Yeah.
that's what these guys
Then we can just
do.
play, then we can just play golf. We don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, I mean, Grant and all those guys, I wonder, I bet you they probably hardly touch their video stuff or look
Uh,
at it until it's finished.
yeah. I think, obviously when they started, it was that way, but then it like
It's
wasn't
just
right. Cause
evolved so
yeah, it just
much.
evolved.
Hmm.
It started, they were doing it on their own video camera. They were editing. Like I know the foreplay guys, so I listen to their podcast occasionally. I think it was Frankie. He used to do like some of their early on editing when he would go out and play and stuff like that. But he also used to do it for Dave Portnoy. He used to do the pizza reviews and he would go video Dave doing the pizza review and then he would edit and put it out. So like he kind of has a background in editing. Um, But it's like, yeah, those guys don't touch it now. They don't think about it. They have a team of videographers and editors behind them, and so that would be nice. And that's the goal. Jason and I have talked about that at some point. We hire someone to go do a round, and you get 2 videos out of it because it's 2 9 holes, and you move on.
Yeah.
We'll
I
see if it
mean, we could
actually happens.
start small, just hire someone just a video, and then we still put it together because we don't have time or money to pay them do
I'd
extra.
rather someone edit than video. I would rather get the content and send it to them and not have to deal with editing. Because
Yeah, or
editing is
that
what
too.
takes the editing is just like it's multiple passes, right? You're going through it and trying to find, okay, where's the shot? What's the B-roll I want to use? Where's the good conversation? You're trying to take notes on like, okay, so you pretty much have to play the golf round, video it, and now I'm watching. But in the case of like when we played each other, I was watching 4 hours of our golf round that I had already played 4 hours of, but then I was also watching another 2 hours of the B-roll in y'all's cart cam
Yeah.
because I knew the B-roll in my cart cam for the most part. I knew, okay, this hole I played good, this hole I played bad, this is where I can get a clip. And then it's matching up, okay, well, I want to use my B-roll in a picture-in-picture of Marcus's shot, and it becomes a lot to have a good production. And we've talked about it on this podcast. Like, I'm very much the person that like I want to, if I'm going to do it, I want to do it right. My name's on it, so that's where it gets hard. So I would rather an editor that can go spend 20 hours watching our film and putting it together.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. I mean, I don't know. We see like these college kids need a little extra cash who are in the field, like at Colin or wherever, and just like, hey guys, here's I don't know, $50 or $100,
Yeah,
whatever
whatever it is.
whatever it's gonna take. Like I have no idea what it would charge for them to put something like that together, especially if they've never done it before. I
Oh,
mean,
I
they've
don't know.
done like probably other video content and stuff, but to kind of do what the golf does, it might take a
Couldn't
little bit of
tell
time.
you. I could not tell you. I could give you a range because I've talked to a few videographers for the lacrosse stuff, and I had one that was the team wanted to hire us to potentially do a video for the banquet, well, pictures and video for the scene, the end of your banquet. And I reached out to a couple of videographers. I was quoted anywhere from like 500 to 1,000
Hmm.
for them to go out to one game, get content, and then put together kind of I'm gonna say a 90-second little tribute video to the seniors with between using my still pictures and what they capture in that game. And it was like 500 to 1,000. It's like that's a lot.
Hmm. Hmm.
It's just insane. And I
Well, we
get their
noticed
time.
yeah, we noticed lately there's been a couple weddings and it's the young couples, like the ones that are really young, and they don't do videographers. They've hired a content person. So essentially, the content person just goes around shadowing and maybe a little bit of posing, which interferes with us because you're not because they're like, "Oh, you need to stop because I need to get a better video," and then so it's delaying us. But they're there, you literally with their phone and just videoing it, and then like I've watched them. They'll do some of the ceremony and then put it together and then blast it on their
Yeah.
whatever wedding page or whatever it is. And it's just, are you serious? But it's not the only audio is whatever the ambient audio is, and there's no filtering or editing, color correction, a whole lot. It's just literally just taking their iPhone, going around, getting clips, merging the clips, and then just dropping it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
so I'm
they
not. That's the new
even
trend, it seems.
even on the and you would know more about this, but a trend that I've seen on the wedding photography side is some will bypass even having maybe a legitimate wedding photographer for the reception, and they do that phone link where they say
Hmm.
like scan this and take pictures, and they go to their little. I think I still think in most cases those people are probably hiring a legitimate photographer for the ceremony. At least I would think, because that's where you want the good pictures, and then the reception's just handled by whatever phone pictures your guests get. is a trend that
Yeah.
I've seen.
It's kinda like back in the day where they used to put all the cameras, like all the disposable
Yeah,
cameras
yeah.
on the tables and just like, "Hey, take a picture," and then they'd go and develop them later, but yeah, the phone thing,
Well,
yeah,
and
link it up.
I think that's cool, but it's like, is it worth saving that money? Like, I feel like the bulk of the true cost is the pre-wedding and the ceremony. The reception is
It
just
is.
for
Well,
fun. Like,
that's
it's
where
less
we've
editing for you, right? The reception side.
well, yeah, and that's where we got into, like, with this package deal, it only includes one of us, but they can add on a second, and it's usually they most of the time, they add on just for that first half. And I'm like, "Yeah, that's all you really need." Just so
I
it's
would
been
think
kind of a
so.
nice and so we don't have to pay a lot for babysitters. One of us goes out for 4 hours, we're done, turn over the other camera to the other person, and then we go home, and then that's it. Yeah,
Good.
and it actually generates less pictures to cull because then there's not 2 cameras during a reception, which again is it's kinda overkill. Like, we don't need 1,000 pictures of people dancing when it's always the same group, always the same people, and it's all stills, so I could just take 2 good songs and probably get 50 to 70 pictures out of it.
But you're gonna miss
Yeah.
the Cupid shuffle. What are we gonna do?
To,
Yeah, well, then we'll pause, and then we'll wait, and then,
to
"Oh, there's the Cupid Shuffle or the wobble."
hit, yeah, I can imagine that gets repetitive.
Yeah, the dancing part gets the only time it gets crazy is if they've got a lot of significant things. There was one I did Shelby was there for the first half, but then they had a second half or the reception, and it was I guess it's a big Mexican tradition. I forgot the name, and I was trying to pull it up, just say where the bride and groom stand on chairs, and then the girls run underneath them, and then they're holding the veil.
The snake.
Yeah, the snake, but
Yes. Yeah.
they had their official term. So they were doing that. So it's like,
Our resident
Yeah.
Mexican
He
knows
probably
exactly
said
what you're
snake in
talking about.
Spanish.
yeah. So they did that for the girls, and then they did it for the guys, but I didn't know like the way it was it was crowded, and so it was like,
Yeah.
where am I supposed to go? So I'm like, they're going. At least they went for a little bit. So I was like trying to figure out my positioning. So it would have been nice to have a second for that because then there were two of us just helping with that, and then but it was only like a minute and a half
Hmm.
each cycle, and then that was it. But
Did you
it
stay
was
out of the mosh
crazy.
pit?
Yeah. So it's stuff like that that it would have been nice to have a little more heads up on. But
Did
you know,
they did they end up sorry, Jason, did they end up, like, when they go do the snake, were they, like, hitting the groom as they were going
yes,
through there? Okay.
yeah.
Did they end up, trying to take his clothes off after it?
No, they did. They were smart. They were clean about that.
They were
They
smart, okay.
but what they did is as soon as it was over, they again, I wasn't in the best position because I didn't know what was happening right at that moment, but
Yeah.
pretty much tossing him.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. So as soon as they got him, they didn't even like they helped him off the chair. They helped him into someone else's arms, and then
They helped
they just
them
started
and
going. And
yeah.
then I was like, crap. I was on the other side of where the snake was going, and then I had to like get over there, and I only got his like backside, but you could tell what they were doing.
I we didn't have that at our wedding, but what they still ended up doing is they started throwing me up in the
Mhm.
air and they started taking my clothes off while I was in the air.
Well, I would
So
okay, so I didn't know. So maybe
Okay.
they were trying to,
yeah, I was
but
trying to. Yeah, I was holding on to my belt. It was like I don't know. It was kind of like a bull ride, and I don't know. I know a couple boots came off. My hat came off for sure, and
okay, so that's I was
yeah,
gonna say I did notice, but I didn't know if it was because they didn't want to get hit, but they were taking his boots off
yeah, they were
because they were
trying to
tossing
get
them,
them
but I
off.
didn't know. Okay, now okay, maybe they were trying to. And then I think he was now that you're saying that, I'm replaying it back. I think he was squirming. Like,
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
Interesting. And what is the point of this tradition?
I don't know. It's kind of like, I don't know. And so at our wedding, I saw Blake in the air, and in my mind, I was like, no, don't take her clothes off because usually the bride doesn't go up in the air. I don't, was that? the same case over
No,
there,
the bride
Jason?
did not go. It was just the
Yeah.
groom.
So I remember at our wedding, both of us were in the air, and I see Blake over there. I was like, why is she in there? I was like, I hope they're not trying to take her clothes off because I know what's about to happen to me.
It's an interesting tradition. Kid
Yeah.
talk.
Yeah. It's fun though.
It was fun. It was good. I just wish I knew a little bit better heads up, or at least one photographer would have worked just knowing where they were setting it up, like for the best position. So it's hard to like walk around when the tables are all over the place, people are up everywhere, and, you know, you're trying to hold the camera and it's like, all right, here we go. And so a lot of it was just hold it above my head, just I could see through the
Try to
screen
get
and just start firing.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah.
Hopefully
Yeah,
you get
there was
something.
There's a couple weddings I went to where I guess all the guys, they ended up taking the groom into the restroom and they legit took all of his clothes off, and you had the bride bring in the clothes to him in the restroom. Oh,
How long
yeah.
were they in there for?
I don't know. Yeah, well, I mean, she had her dress on, obviously, but it was just
Doesn't mean
bringing all
anything.
his stuff. It doesn't mean anything. Oh, yeah.
Well,
Good
speaking
times.
of brides, how did we do on our princess quizzes? Because I know, well, Marcus was so excited he had to share it.
Yeah.
Did the
And
same
then,
day. Like within
yeah.
10 minutes, we knew what Marcus was.
Marcus like, here I am.
Yeah, here I am.
And then you leave it to me, and I'm doing it like 5 minutes before we start this podcast.
So I'll go. I got tiara, which
Did you print it off or something? Did you just flip
I
over
did.
notes?
Yeah, I got my
I was gonna say,
stats.
did he's like,
So I am. I don't know. I don't remember what it said, but I agreed with what it said. let me go back to it. Hold on. Let me go to my
Let's
notes.
look
I
at,
think you have to go to the, if you go to the back.
Can you look at your page of notes here?
Yeah. Hold
Yeah.
on. I'm
He's
pretty
kinda
sure it's
annotated.
because I love crawfish. It's probably the only thing I got tiara.
Fish?
So,
What?
yeah, I love crawfish, but she is the princess of the bayou. I've never seen the Tiara movie or whatever. I think it's the Princess and the Frog.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's where she's from. What do these notes say? You're confident and have a clear set of goals that you intend to reach no matter the obstacle. Oh, look at that. People consider you to be, I don't have my glasses on, resolute and fearless with a heart of gold.
Did
And I also love,
did that feel like reading in first grade when you get called on like popcorn
Yeah.
reading and like you
it's
like
popcorn reading. Yeah.
you struggle the whole way through it, even though you know you can read it, but it's like a little nervous.
I don't have my glasses on and I don't have contacts on.
You really
I
came prepared here.
I was not prepared this morning. I'll be honest. But now I think I have some homework to do because I've never seen The Princess and the Frog. So
I think you'll enjoy it.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, Addie's at a good age to watch movies with.
yeah. But she watches Frozen like
Great, good movie.
30 times a day.
Sure,
At least she watches a movie. Bella won't watch a movie.
Really?
I can't get her to sit still.
Oh, my kids love movies. They're just like they said, "Dad, can I get a blanket? I'm trying to get comfy," and then they'll sit and watch a movie. They watched The Mean Green the other day, which I also watched The Mean Green with them. But
That's a
that
good
was
one.
pretty cool. Yeah.
Have they watched Sandlot yet?
Marcus loves The Sandlot. Like
Oh,
that's
it's
his
great.
movie.
That's an all-time classic.
His teacher made a comment on his, I guess during his parent-teacher conference. She said, "I really enjoy Marcus in class because he's the only one that laughs when I said, 'You're killing me, Smalls.'"
He gets it.
Yeah,
a
he
good one.
gets it.
That's awesome.
Uh,
All right,
That's a good
should I
one.
go?
Yeah, go for it.
All right. So apparently I've got Ariel.
I could have guessed that.
Okay.
Was it the red hair?
It's the red hair. Yeah.
It's the cleavage.
Yeah.
That's interesting. So
So
what is it about
apparently-
Ariel?
So apparently it says you are a dreamer who is always thinking of the next big step in your life, which I was like, okay, especially at this time in my life, like I am thinking what's next.
Mhm.
Some may think you have your sights set too high, but your friends know who you are and capable of anything. So that's the blurb on Ariel.
I can't get past the fin and red hair.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Do
the
you have a
sexy
tail
outfit.
that you haven't told us about?
Do you
Put
like
me
the
in water.
do you like the water?
That's why I don't go in the water and golf.
True.
Turn into Ariel.
That threw
Hey,
me off. I was not expecting Ariel. I'm sorry.
yeah, I wasn't either. I don't know what
I
I was
wasn't e
expecting, but it wasn't Ariel.
I was, like, going through it, all of a sudden it pulled up and said Ariel, I was like, "Ariel?" I was like, "Really?" I was like, "Hmm." I was like, "Okay." And then I was almost determined to do it again just to change it, but I was like, "No, I'm
Told you.
gonna leave it. I'll leave it."
Mm. I was determined and honestly thought about redoing it, but not because of any reason, not because I hated the description, just because it's the same as Marcus's, and that's really boring because we're the same.
uh, I told you.
I wanted to be unique. Like I'm not unique. Marcus and I are the same. Like did it just lump the Hispanics together? It's like, hey, you're Hispanic, he's
Profiling you.
Hispanic,
Yeah.
you're Tiana. Like that's your option. You're gonna
Yeah.
be the brown skin one. Like is that how this goes?
I don't I don't know. That's what I said. I need to watch the movie to see what the characteristics are of Homegirl because I've never seen it. So but
Yeah.
we have said this might have a little truth to this quiz because we have said, Alex, that we're pretty similar in thinking.
Yeah, no, I joke about the Hispanic side. It's Marcus and I think very similarly. We're both operations guys, and
Mhm.
I think it's not shocking that we got the same. To be honest,
Um,
so yeah, so
I'm
I got
doing a
Tiana. I know it's really boring.
I'm doing a rapid fire of my some of my s what my some of my second options would have been. Let's see if it pulls something up different.
So watch, she's gonna get Ariel in every single one because you know it's probably like one question
That's what I'm
that
wondering, like, it's
that
one question
dictates
just
all of it. It's not
Yeah.
like it. All the other questions are just filler to make you feel like you're actually doing something, but really it's one question that matters, and that one question spits out 9 different princesses depending on which
Yeah.
one you click. So he's gonna do everything different except for that one question. Click that, and he's still gonna be Ariel.
oh my gosh, if that was that determined, then that would be crazy.
You know that's how they're doing this stuff. Like it's not overly because otherwise the algorithm would be very intense because you have 5 questions with 9 answers apiece. I mean, Mr. Math Guy, how many statistics, probabilities do you have? I
Yeah.
mean, you have so many outcomes. And then what do? You create a range of if it's within this range, it's this princess because you don't have hundreds of princesses.
Yeah, okay. So, I intentionally kept some the same and did alter it. It still gave me Ariel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm telling you,
Called
I
it.
think it's running off like a few. I could be wrong,
Probably
but
it probably knows that you've already got Ariel, and it's like, no, this person's trying to get a different one.
Yeah.
Clear the
it's like
cookies, I guess.
I was gonna say, is it like when your phone's listening to you, like it already knows what you're looking for? So
Could be. It'd be funny to have everybody else take it in my family. I'm the only Hufflepuff out of those Harry Potter quizzes.
I don't like those Harry Potter quizzes
What, you're a
because
Why?
Slytherin?
every time I feel like they categorize drive and determination as a negative thing, and they put
So he's
you as
Slytherin.
Slytherin, yeah.
and they put you as a Slytherin. And it's like, what the
I
hell?
get Slytherin too, yeah.
It's like, what the hell? Like, why? Like, just because I'm determined to do something, like,
Yeah.
should I just do everything for free in my life because I just want to be a nice person and be a Gryffindor? Like, no.
Yeah.
Maybe
That
I am a
Blake
Malfoy fan.
he did nothing wrong.
He's just a kid being influenced by his parents.
Yeah. Blake is I think she's a Ravenclaw when we've taken those. I forget what Marcus was. He was either Gryffindor or Slytherin. I think he wanted to be Slytherin, so he just picked all the evil stuff. And that's how he got it by default.
Yeah, we're a mixed bag. I don't know what our specific household is. I know Maddie's a Slytherin. I think Shelby is a Gryffindor, but like I don't remember what Peyton was, but like we've have a mix of Ravenclaw, like Slytherin, like through the whole family. We did it. It was like a mix, but I was the only Hufflepuff.
Checks out.
I'm the odd
The
one.
only Hufflepuff.
So yep, it's Jason. That makes
Yeah,
sense.
checks out.
He's Ariel and Hufflepuff.
Yeah, I don't know where we go from here on those. Like that's I guess that tracks. Ariel and Hufflepuff got the two unique ones.
Yeah.
Like, does anyone get Hufflepuff? Is that even an option they give people?
Think so.
Oh, during the movies? Actually, I don't know. I think it's
No,
just
no.
there.
Like just in general. Like I think they just yeah, exactly. It's just there. Like so these quizzes, it's like you got to be answering in a very specific way to get Hufflepuff. I feel like.
I mean, I don't even know what quiz it was. There were so many at the time. I don't even remember which one it took, and I don't even know if you can still do them. Maybe.
No, there's a lot of Harry
I'm
Potheads out
I'm
there.
sure. I was gonna say I'm sure BuzzFeed still does these. Now my Instagram or Facebook or whatever is gonna be just filled with BuzzFeed quizzes. Now that we've had this conversation, like
Yeah, it will be.
every time I pull up my phone, it's gonna be what Star Wars character are you? What Jedi are you?
What putter are you? That should be
Yeah.
a good one. What putter identifies with you?
What putter?
What do your clubs say about you? I saw it the
Yeah.
other day, and it said Strixons are. It had a quadrant of like poor to
Yeah.
rich to not fun and fun.
I've seen
and
those.
Strixon was fun but poor. I was like, yeah, that's funny.
And then Titleist was like rich and egotistical, but can't play or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it was not fun to play with and rich or something like that.
Yeah, I messed with those grids before. It's funny.
Marcus, I don't even know what you're playing with now. You had Mizuno's.
Yeah.
Are you still
Always
playing Mizuno's?
Yeah.
So I wonder where Mizuno is on that list.
You could probably find it.
It's somewhere. I'll send it to you.
That's probably not the rich part, but it's probably in the middle. If I had to say, it's probably in the middle of everything.
I could see
They need
that.
to do a new grid of the makers and brands today because it only took, I think, the mainstream group that was out, and it hasn't done any like the smaller groups. Like think about the Comos and the Miras and the Bets and all those different ones that are
The
out there. that
McLarens.
are- The McLarens, yeah.
Well, that one's in the rich one.
Uh,
I don't know if it's
yeah,
the top
no
or the
joke.
bottom though.
It's a rich a-hole.
Yeah.
Rosie seems like he might be fun to play with. He seems like a
Well, I
nice
think he
guy.
is.
Yeah. So I think it could be rich but fun to play with the club.
Because I
Because you
think
think
he,
someone that's buying those clubs is probably like someone that has more money than they know what to do with. They just throw it around, and a lot of those guys are generally pretty fun to like be around.
Yeah.
Because they're
not taking
just
it
so
too
carefree
serious.
because they know they suck and they don't care about money. They're just very carefree people.
yeah.
I think there's a tier. Like you have like the people that act like they have a lot of money, or they might have a decent amount, but they think they have more than they have. I think that segment of people are the ones that suck to play with. Those are like your entry level country club people. Those are the guys I used to play with. Like they go bet $500 on a round when they shouldn't be betting $500 on a round. But then you get like the Michael Jordans of the world where he'll go bet 10,000 on a round. He doesn't even care because that's like $100 to him.
Yeah.
It's like
Win
probably
or
$5
lose, it
to
doesn't
him.
matter.
Yeah, exactly. And I think those are the guys that are having fun because they're like, I don't care about like the money doesn't motivate me. I don't care. Like I'm just out here to have a good time.
You're right. Right about that one.
Well, anything else, or should we get on with our Mother's Day activities?
Yeah, I gotta go. I'm pissed. One of the presents was supposed to get here Friday and then yesterday, and it's still not here. It's supposed to be here
Is
today.
it the towel warmer?
Yes. Oh, gosh.
Still on its
So
way from China.
I have another one. It's supposed to be here today, so hopefully it does. I have another one. I gotta go wrap. Get the cards laid out. I got the flowers ready to go on the kitchen table. I like to have it all displayed when she comes out. Be working on breakfast.
So that we threw that out the window. Shelby had to go get Miles. She had to like wake up and go take care of him. I'm doing this. I
That
blew it.
sucks. Yeah, I blew it. Happy Mother's Day. Go be a
Happy
mother.
Mother's Day. This is what you wanted.
You asked for this.
You asked for the kid.
this.
God, I would pay someone to say that to their wife on Mother's Day. Like, the kid's
Right,
just
you
acting
pay-
up, and
asked for
they
this.
look at them and be like, "You asked for this," and just walk away. I'm pretty positive that would end up on Dateline.
Yeah. Or was it the Jerry Springer or Maury Povich? Whatever it is, those
It's
shows.
so bad. No, my whole goal today is Casey does nothing. Granted, we're going to play pickleball later, and then we're doing burgers at the house with her family. But no, she will wake up and sit on the couch, and I will handle everything from there.
Yeah. I mean, I will handle everything once we get settled here. But yeah, she's a princess today.
Yep.
She's a
doing the
notch
same over
above
here.
Ariel.
She's
Not
a
above
notch
Ariel.
Yeah. She's Ariel with
see-
legs.
Now we need to have the wives do that and see how the wives turn out compared to ours.
All right, done.
All right.
Give them the
I'll
quiz.
send it to Casey.
Yeah. This is your one work for today.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it
Finish
right now
this.
before I forget.
While you're sitting there doing nothing all day, do this
Yeah.
quiz. All right, gents. Well, everyone, as always, Wednesday mornings, 6 o'clock, Spotify, Apple, YouTube, and I'm missing one, but doesn't matter.
Amazon.
Amazon, there we go,
Apple,
Amazon.
Spotify, YouTube.
You'd think I'd memorize that by now. It's not. But either way, everything else will be in the show notes. And guys, happy Mother's Day. And we will talk next week.
All right.
Yep. Happy Mother's Day to everyone who's listening.
See ya.